Real estate is one of the best streams to generate passive income, build long-term wealth, and achieve financial freedom. But I know when you're just starting out, it can seem confusing and overwhelming. There's so much information out there on real estate investing that it's hard to know where even to begin. In today's video, I want to provide the ultimate beginner's guide to real estate investing basics that'll help you get started with real estate and accelerate your initiatives in 2024. I'll also be using the self-made billionaire and real estate mogul Stephen Ross as a case study to model smart investment practices. Alright, let's kick things off by talking about cultivating the right mindset for real estate investing success. Mindset is so crucial but often overlooked by beginners. Real estate investing requires a very specific mentality and way of thinking. It's about so much more than just profits, returns, and the bottom line. To thrive as a real estate investor, you need to provide real, tangible value through the properties and spaces you create or revitalize. And you need to care deeply about making a positive impact on the people and communities your real estate touches. Stephen Ross, one of the most successful billionaires in real estate, embodies this mindset perfectly. When he takes on real estate projects, it's never just about the money. He pours his soul into creating beautiful, inspiring spaces where people actually want to live, work, connect, and enjoy. For example, when he built the Time Warner Center in New York, he didn't just develop some generic office complex. He envisioned a vibrant, mixed-use space with high-end shops, restaurants, residences, and more. A real destination. He focuses on world-class design, amenities, and service. That's the type of purpose-driven mindset you need to adopt from day one. See yourself as more than just an investor. You're a creator of the living spaces and communities that people will inhabit. This also ties into thinking long-term. Building wealth through real estate takes patience and perseverance. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. Stephen Ross bought his first property back in 1972. For decades, he slowly purchased and developed incredible Manhattan real estate. You need to play the long game, making choices that may not pay off right away but will generate lasting value over years or even decades. Respect the process and keep pursuing your real estate dreams even when you face setbacks or market downturns. The billionaire mindset also involves calculated optimism balanced with practicality. For example, Stephen Ross took a chance to develop the Time Warner Center during a recession. Many thought it was too risky, but his vision paid off. It became an iconic complex that catalyzed the entire neighborhood's revitalization. So be bold and take smart risks, but also be grounded in the numbers, data, and objective market realities. As Ross advises, don't fall in love with what you're going to buy. Keep a level head to make the best possible deals. I could talk for hours about mindset, but these are some of the key principles to embrace. Now, let's get into the nuts and bolts of real estate investing for beginners. Alright, so once you have the investor mindset, let's talk financing. One of the biggest challenges when you're first starting out in real estate is finding the capital to actually purchase properties. This is what stops so many people from ever getting started. Stephen Ross founded related companies back in 1972 with just $10,000 to his name. Today, Related has over $60 billion in real estate assets. Talk about an incredible empire. Now, very few of us have millions in spare cash to invest like Ross did. But the good news is, there are lots of creative financing options to pool together enough capital to start investing, even if you're starting small. Some options include hard money loans. These are short-term loans from private lenders that are easier to qualify for than traditional bank loans. They're based on the value of the property rather than your credit. The rates are higher, but super quick and easy access to capital. Bringing on equity partners. This is how Ross financed his early deals. Pool money and split ownership and profits with joint venture partners who fund part of the deal. Share risk and reward. House hacking. This is a great strategy for new investors without a lot of cash. You live in one unit of a multifamily property and rent the other units. Those rents help cover your living expenses and mortgage payments. Little money down. Home equity loans. Tap the available equity you've built up in your current primary residence and use it as a down payment to purchase investment properties. Cash out refinancing. If you have enough equity, you can refinance your current home and take cash out to reinvest in other real estate. Crowdfunding. Pool money from multiple smaller private investors online to fund bigger deals. Gives you access to more capital and flexibility. The key is leveraging other people's money whenever possible, especially in the beginning. Shop around for the best rates. Crunch the numbers carefully. Use financing creatively without over-leveraging yourself with debt. With the right funding sources, you could start investing in real estate even without deep pockets. Just take it one step at a time. Okay, you've got the right financing lined up to fund deals. Now, how do you actually invest that capital? There are so many different ways to invest in real estate. It could be overwhelming trying to pick a strategy. Stephen Ross built his empire primarily through large-scale commercial and residential development projects. However, as a beginner, I recommend starting small with more passive investment strategies. Here are some great options for new real estate investors. Rental properties. One of the best places to start. Buy single-family homes, condos, townhouses, or small multifamily properties and rent them out to long-term tenants. You could manage yourself or hire a property manager. Rentals generate monthly cash flow. REITs stands for Real Estate Investment Trust. This allows you to invest in large commercial properties like hotels, malls, and office buildings without direct ownership. You purchase shares in a REIT like a stock and earn dividends. Super passive. Crowdfunding. Browse for rental properties and real estate projects seeking investors online. Invest any amount you choose. Open to non-accredited investors. Wholesaling. Find deeply undervalued properties. Get them under contract and then assign those contracts to cash buyers at a higher price. Make the spread without owning the property. Fast way to get started with little upfront capital. House flipping. Buy rundown properties, renovate them, then sell for a markup. Higher risk than other strategies, but profits can be massive if done right. For most beginners, I suggest starting with REITs, crowdfunding, and wholesaling to get your feet wet before moving up to direct ownership strategies like rentals and flips. Don't bite off more than you can chew early on. Now that you know what real estate investing strategies to focus on, let's talk about actually selecting markets and properties to target. Billionaire Stephen Ross built his fortune primarily in New York City, specifically in prime areas of Manhattan. He focused on neighborhoods that were up and coming into luxury locations, like the Upper East Side and the area near Columbus Circle, where he developed the Time Warner Center. However, you don't need to invest only in major markets like New York or San Francisco to succeed. In fact, it's often better to look locally, where you can find up-and-coming neighborhoods before they become super expensive. Talk to local real estate agents and lenders to get insight into which areas and zip codes are poised for growth. Look for signs like rising population, new infrastructure development, job growth, and more. Seek out value-added properties that are distressed, dated, or in disrepair, so you have room to force appreciation through renovations and repairs. The more issues a property has, the deeper discount you can get on the purchase. Crunch the numbers thoroughly on any deal you consider to estimate expenses, required repairs, potential rents, and projected cash flow. Never make a decision based on emotions. Follow the data. And don't get attached to finishing and fixtures. An ugly kitchen or dated bathroom can sometimes be a blessing in disguise if it costs you a better purchase price. Alright, so you know where you want to invest and how. Now it's time to assemble your team of pros. Even billionaires like Stephen Ross rely on an all-star team of partners, architects, designers, contractors, and more to bring their real estate visions to life. As a beginner, it's crucial that you surround yourself with the right real estate professionals so that you don't have to go it alone. Here are the key players you'll want on your squad. Buyer's agent. Your agent will help you identify and negotiate great deals on investment properties. Make sure they specialize in representing investors, not sellers. Lender. Establish relationships with lenders who offer investment property loans. Get pre-qualified early so you're ready to pounce when you find a deal. Contractors. Vet licensed, affordable, and reliable contractors to call for renovations, repairs, and maintenance issues. Get multiple bids on bigger jobs. Property manager. If acquiring rentals, an experienced property management company can handle tenant screening, leasing, rent collection, maintenance requests, and more. Invaluable. Real estate attorney. Have an attorney review any contracts and agreements to protect your interests. Get assistance navigating regulations and resolving disputes. CPA or accountant. Run numbers by a tax professional experienced with real estate returns. Maximize write-offs and tax savings. Lean on this team so you don't have to figure everything out alone. Each brings expertise that will set you up for success. Alright, taxes and regulations. These are not the most exciting topics, but they're super critical to understand as a real estate investor. Local zoning codes, landlord-tenant laws, property taxes, capital gains taxes. These can trip up new investors if you don't educate yourself. That's why you need a great CPA and real estate attorney. Here are some key things to keep in mind. Number 1. Know which expenses you can write off, such as mortgage interest, property repairs, insurance costs, depreciation, and more. Number 2. Track and categorize income and expenses meticulously using accounting software like QuickBooks. Don't leave potential deductions on the table. Number 3. Offset as much taxable rental income as possible by writing off every allowable expense from utilities to home office deductions. Number 4. Familiarize yourself with 1031 exchanges, which allow you to sell one investment property and swap it for another similar one while deferring capital gains taxes. Number 5. Comply with federal, state, and local level landlord-tenant laws as well as fair housing regulations. Number 6. Join a landlord association or real estate investing club to stay on top of changing laws and tax codes. Knowledge is power. I can't stress enough the importance of correct legal and tax planning. Surround yourself with experts so you can focus on growing your portfolio. Phew, we covered a ton of ground today. Remember, always invest wisely and don't get impulsive. The opportunities are endless, and you'll experience a few failures. But if you stay committed and invest wisely, you'll be able to capitalize perfectly on such opportunities. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know if you have any other questions about real estate investing. I'm always happy to help. Smash that like button, subscribe, and click the notification bell to be notified whenever I post new videos. Till then, see you at the open house.